What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the left side of the map in the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is Grass, the Kid. The Kid is here. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Odin. His name is Shadowfaxx. Faxx for short. He's going to be spitting Faxx in this game. We'll have to wait and see if he can spit them hard enough or not. Odin versus Oranos. This is almost the flavor of the tournament matchup. I mean, pre-tournament we did say that the top three gods currently in Age of Mythology are Hades, Odin, and Oranos, with a little bit of Ra. Ra being probably the closest to that top three. If Hades is S tier, Odin, Oranos, and Ra are in that A tier. And this tournament thus far has been somewhat confirming that inkling that I had. What do you guys reckon? Do you guys reckon that these guys are just kind of playing flavor of the month, or are these gods really your best picks? I'm interested to know, because there are a couple of other gods out there that can definitely compete at the very least against Oranos and at the very least against Odin, if not also competing against Hades in some way. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see how this game's going to go. It's a Savannah matchup. We do see that the Rhino has been spotted here. Shadowfaxx not using his great hunt on this location, though, instead opting to chuck it down elsewhere on the top side of the map. On the top side of the map here, on those zebra. This is something that I think that Shadowfaxx is going to live to regret here in this game. Why is Shadowfaxx going to live to regret this? Because this is a really, really far hunt. He has to walk from this Rhino all the way over here, or he's going to send villagers up there and get an extra ox cart early, which is also something he doesn't really particularly want to do. We do see him jumping off of the Rhino for the time being, jumping onto this wood line here. But the problem with what's happening here for Shadowfaxx is he's not going to be able to get a clean classical age ship in this game. He's not going to be able to do it. Or at least he's going to have a weaker classical age, and Grass is going to be able to be all over him here. He's dropped his house already. He's getting his villagers all over the map. He's eating up his gazelle over here. There are zebra in the middle here. No, they're not. There are zebra in the top corner here, which Grass doesn't know about just yet. So he does see. Wait, does he? The Grass and Groom Oracle is there, so he will be spotting the hunt here. I think Shadowfaxx is potentially a little bit too greedy in a way. Probably should have sent a gatherer over here to shank the Oracle away, just to kind of remove that scouting here. But yeah, Shadowfaxx is going to be attempting to eat all of this hunt as fast as he can. The thing that Grass and Groom can do, and the thing that Grass and Groom should do here, is as he's going to be advancing at about, well, he should be advancing now. It looks like he's kind of, ooh, this is not what I would. I mean, you can easily get a 430 here. Grass here has played this a little bit incorrectly. The thing is, if you have to move to a secondary hunt and you still want to get a 430, all you have to do is eat a goat on your gold mine and just send your wood villager and your gold villager to kind of eat that goat. So you can move it here with the wood villager here, eat the goat, and you can easily get a 430 on a map like this. As the Oracle coming through, we are seeing the Shadowfaxx scout here going to be taking down the Oracle on that position, as we do see Grass deciding to delete that one there. A little bit surprising to see that. Relics have been uncovered as well. The Blanket of Emperor Zoe here. Good relics to be picked up, as well as the Hardest Folly with the extra line of sight there for your scouts. As some walls coming up around this position, Shadowfaxx wanting to be a little bit safer than kind of most Odin players are at this stage of the game. Shadowfaxx definitely a more defensive-orientated Norse player than most. Much more faith in his late game than most other Norse players, as we do see these citizen of Grass positioning themselves to drop the military barracks and the counter barracks here. Grass in this game deciding to go with a more standard opening, not going for the double military barracks here. Obviously, his villagers are going to be finishing up on the Gazelle, and he still doesn't know that in the top corner of the map, he's got all of these juicy zebra. There's a ton of food up there as the Raven's getting taken down. And Shadowfaxx with this slower advance time, and the fact that Grass hasn't found his kind of top hunt means, well, Shadowfaxx kind of comes out of this kind of nice in a way. He's not going to be in a bad position in the slightest, as we do see the shanky shanks coming through as the Gazelle wants to get finished up. I mean, Grass, you can just retreat here as the Valkyrie is moving across the map. These villagers are going to be getting back home very simply and easily. Do we see husbandry coming through is the big next question. Not just yet. I'm interested to see what approach Grass is going to have here for dealing with the kind of standard of Odin gameplay. The thing is that the villagers still on this secondary hunt here. This is going to be a port of weakness for Shadowfaxx to deal with. He does have his walls up already over here, so he's defending this. The units can just simply walk through here, though. I'm surprised to see Shadowfaxx, he puts the wall back over here. Obviously, a wall onto this location would do exactly the same thing, maybe a slight bit longer, but nonetheless, he could go for that. A couple of Ulfsark are out as the units are going to start sneaking through onto this location, but plenty of units here. Good micro already from Shadowfaxx starting to move through onto this location here, trying to get a little bit of damage there, a little bit of micro there from Shadowfaxx. A bit late on that click to keep the units from taking their damage as Grass has to retreat back ever so slightly. Medium infantry has come through. The Zebra just about to be eaten up. And now Shadowfaxx is going to be out of hunt. He does have, obviously, the Gazelle over on this location, a decent amount of hunt where that's concerned. The Oracle does scout the Zebra at the top there. We'll see if Grass wants to make the effort to moving up to that location or not, as the wall's going to get broken down over here. Shadowfaxx doesn't need to care. He should be waiting for Lone Wanderer, engaging, and he will be able to engage a little bit here as Grass not paying attention. A couple of hits here before they're going to be retreating away here as the units finish up on this location, retreating into the base. Still has the goats here. We'll see if he's going to attempt to move onto the see if he's going to attempt to move in onto the other hunt there as the Lone Wanderer Ulfsark chasing down a couple of those Terma on the back there as he's trying to get a little bit of damage done without taking any damage. Always the best way to play. Great micro thus far from Shadowfaxx, getting a lot of DPS done as Grass needs to retreat back. Grass is sitting at 11 citizen here. Roughly, probably a little bit behind the 8-ball here. Definitely trying to produce more Momillo than he is prioritizing civilian units here in this game. As the villagers here moving forward, there is a little bit of Rhinoceros left here. As the units moving forward to check this out, they will see these villagers here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Grass spotting this and going for a little bit of a cheeky shockwave here to get the damage done as the Gatherer is retreating back. The units sneaking through here. One villager down as Shadowfaxx not paying attention to that one. We will be seeing the raiding cavalry coming through, trying to catch the Oranos units out. But look at this. The villagers sneaking this hunt at the top here. Obviously, at this moment, Shadowfaxx is not going to be aware of that. If we actually take a look, he doesn't know that the hunt is up there. He could make a guess to say that there is hunt up there, but he doesn't know for certain. And sending units off on a wild chase to try and harass that hunt can be very, very difficult. The other thing at this moment that I haven't noticed just yet is that it seems... Oh, beautiful forest fire. They're forcing the units off of that position, trying to get a little bit of a ghost building on that position there, but Shadowfaxx goes for a little bit too early. The unit's going to be continuing to retreat away. Shadowfaxx now needs to decide what his next port of call is. We do see some more walls coming up here. He is playing this incredibly defensive at this point. I would love to see an attempt at defending this food over here as well. Potentially he could take the villagers off of wood there to grab that. He's still got 62 hunt left in that rhino he could be grabbing as the Terma that does get sniped down, wedged into the forest fire. There's Grass here sitting in with these units. Shadowfaxx got to be a little bit careful. They're getting caught out of position with his army, busy redoing his economy or something there as the shockwave comes in. A little bit of damage going to come in for Shadowfaxx as he tries to split the army up into 3 different pathways there, taking a little bit of damage out on every single way there, but he does manage to escape there unscathed with only one slight death to an Ulfsuck. This one almost falling as well as the units coming into the main base over here, harassing a temple. Not going to be able to do all too much there. As Shadowfaxx will be retreating, will be losing those Ulfsuck because he didn't retreat them all the way back to his main base there. As the villagers finishing up on the chickens. Units over here taking a... probably not a losing fight, but more units coming in as now the Hursa have found their way into the fight. Grass will be definitely considering retreating here. As no, he won't. As more units piling in here. Grass has got himself 115 pop. Shadowfaxx at 80. Shadowfaxx at 80 pop. As the raiding cavalry swing over here, trying to take down those Kyro Ballista. I like the split there, but is he going to have enough damage here to take all those Kyro Ballista out? He needs to micro them a little bit better to get onto those Kyro Ballista there, but he's not doing it. He's losing his units there onto the Promethean here, as it looks like Shadowfaxx here might not be able to completely win this fight here, as the Promethean coming through, going to attempt to deal with those villagers chasing the Kyro Ballista away. The dwarves moving into the middle of the map. 65 population for Grass. The Shadowfaxx or 100 population for Grass, excuse me, for 65 population for Shadowfaxx. And in that moment, Shadowfaxx does decide to tap out. Too strong here, Grass and Groom, or maybe better put, Shadowfaxx not able to make anything happen in this game. Why? Why was Shadowfaxx not able to make anything happen in this game, do you think? Answer: a greedy Great Hunt. That's my opinion here. What was the advance time here from Shadowfaxx? You got a 454 advance time. Now, while there wasn't a whole lot for him to raid early, he definitely would have been able to put damage on here if he Great Hunted the Rhino here and he just went for a solid advance time. He could have Great Hunted those, moved down to the Gazelle, could have still walled off this top, had that hunt to eat as well for later in the game, be putting pressure onto Grass and Groom early here instead of being on the defense. So there's a kind of a concept here with Great Hunt and why it's so bonkers broken. It's not necessarily broken, but I say it's bonkers broken because it gives you an advantage, and anything that gives you an advantage in mythology is broken, right? So what happens is, you having access to Great Hunting a Rhino, you can also utilize the Great Hunt on a couple of herdables as well, means that you get access to a fast advance time. Whereas your opponent has to work out how they can deal with only having 500 food as their starting hunt and having to go onto a secondary hunt location. You can't get a fast advance time here with Odin. With Oranos, but you can with Odin. That's the advantage here. And Shadowfaxx went for something greedy, which is utilizing Great Hunt onto the Zebra, which, funnily enough, you only actually get an extra 100 food from. Remember that Great Hunt only gives 750 food. Zebra have got 600 food in them, so he only gets an extra 100 food from them, and he had to advance late because of it. And that means that Grass and Groom got to do whatever he wanted in this game, and Shadowfaxx lost out here very hard early. Took a fight he didn't really need to take here as well. Yes, the gold is expiring, but Shadowfaxx, you kind of want to wait until 115 population if you're actually going to fight the army of Oranos head on in the classical age. Generally speaking, you just want to get to the heroic age and deal with it that way. Anyways, GG. Well played here by Grass nonetheless. Taking the first game. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.